What's going on, everybody? This is Chance from Aquascape. Over there, we have Shelby and Grant from the Garden of Eder. And then down
going,
below, we have Brian Covey from Aquachar. How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
I'm
Good.
doing all right, man.
Awesome.
How about you?
I'm good. So tonight, we're going to go ahead and go over just basic introduction to aquascaping. We have a UNS 45E or 45A, sorry, that we're gonna all collaborate on and just do a hardscape. We're not gonna do any planting. Not gonna flood it or anything like that. Just gonna do dry scape of the tank together. As far as materials, we have some manzanita and ceru stone. But before we do that, let's just get caught up with everybody, just to get that out of the way. So, Shelby, what's new with you?
So I discovered I have babies in my firemouth Achilles tank. So that was exciting. I've been really upset because you can see them like have the eggs and then I never see any babies. So it's really upsetting, but putting floaters in the tank and tons of moss, they finally have one little baby. There's more babies. I'm just forgetting where they are.
Platies.
Hyphen platy babies, and then my some of my Achilles fish that had a baby. I counted 20 babies so far that are like now almost adults. So a lot of pregnant fish, guppies, and stuff like that. So very excited, and that's all I've been working on. Is I like when I do water changes, I like to scrape the fronts of the tanks, clean the filters, and suck up all the mulm or old fish food too. So that's what we've been working on this week.
Nice. Awesome. Grant, what's up with you, man?
I've just been on the grind getting water changes done. The weather's kind of really sucked for us. Shelby got some of the wood primed. I've got all the wood cut except for where the lights kind of go through the wood on the tank. So I just need to make the notches for all the lights. And nothing else really.
And that's for the big competition tanks?
No, sadly, no.
No, that's going to be a while till we could get there.
Because Jaden's room has so much damage, all the tanks in that room got to come out. So we can remodel basically like the first 6 feet up is all going to be just taken out, gutted, and then redone. So all the tanks in there are going to go on the new stand. Well, not all the tanks. All the 10-gallon tanks in Jaden's room are going to go on the new stand. So priority is to get the new stand done, but weather is kind of like bringing everything down.
Thanks, Crypt Keeper.
So we're doing water changes, and Shelby's going through and like scraping the fronts and cleaning filters, and I'm just the water mule.
Water mule.
He just refills it for me.
Water boy.
Works out. Then he can pay attention to that, and while I'll do all the other. I clean the lids too because we have all the lids on everything, and they get dirty real fast. So I just spray them down.
Why do they get dirty?
Huh?
Why do they get dirty?
Because the dogs.
Because somebody's fish food's everywhere.
Oh yeah, that too.
That's why she's cleaning the lids.
That's the main reason I should be cleaning them.
See when people think we're funny, it's because I always.
You don't want moldy fish food everywhere.
No, we don't need fish food everywhere.
I dropped it the other day too, and he heard, and he's I knew.
I knew one of two things happened.
I think there's
and my money was on the fish food dropping. So
it also got into electrical outlets. So that when I drop it, it's not just a little bit; it's a lot, and it's in places I can't clean.
That feels like that's like a rite of passage as a fish keeper. Like you're not a fish keeper unless you have a fish food stain on your carpet.
I never had a problem before. I had tanks before I met Grant. Never had an issue. And that was like my first thing. I woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning and I'd feed those stupid fish and feed them right before I go to bed and never had a problem. But now because I have so many, I can't keep up. And then I'm just like going tank to tank. And then, it happens. It gets everywhere.
See, mine's either dog or a cat gets into it.
Yeah, no.
Where do you start feeding live food, Shelby, and you got blackworms growing everywhere? Wait till you get there.
We did
Or-
have blackworms for the longest time because we were breeding them for the axolotls and I'd feed them all the time. But yeah, I'm not gonna. Hopefully that will do better for me as live foods than
Or
the
you
dry
get
food.
into the tetras with the white worms that you got to culture in little Tupperwares everywhere.
Yeah, I already had to throw mine out twice now. It got so gross. I don't have the time to take care of live food, unfortunately, and that's what I need to do to get my breeding up. Like it will help. I mean, I'll probably have everything breeding if I just use live food.
But it's crazy though. Like the care of your food is almost as much or more than the care of what you're feeding. It's funny. So
Yeah.
like Grant knows from the chameleons and stuff with the flies, even
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
That's why with our dart frogs, like I was taking care and having to make a culture of fruit flies all the time, and it was just too much and couldn't do it. And especially you get some brands, like the last brand we had was trash. I would get maggots really fast, and I didn't get that with Josh's frogs. Like they have the banana mix for the fruit flies, where the other one had something else in it, and it would just get gross. So you got to make sure those are right too.
Yeah. So Brian, what's up, man? What are you up to?
Not much. I had one of my buddies from the old fish club days over here the other day, and he was telling me that like he lives like a quarter of a mile away from me, and between me and him, one of the local neighborhoods, they have pygmy sunfish. So we might have to sneak out one day and use our fishing license.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, other than that, I was going through my tanks today, gonna set up a couple just to get some grow out for plants for getting ready to plant this one.
Show us it. Let's see it, man.
Oh, I haven't changed anything since a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago.
but we always only see the background. Are you on a laptop? Is that
Yeah,
why?
here, let me stand up.
Right.
So, well, I took down the other side, or it fell down a little bit, but
Did it break the glass?
I'm gonna bring it in over there. Nah, I don't break glass, but I wait for the stream to do that.
So
Yeah.
we have a running pool of which episode that's going to happen. We just haven't looked at it yet.
Well, it's like, again, that's one of the things that make us the #1 podcast of the Florida Scape, of an aquascaping podcast in Florida.
Yeah, for now. Until someone else does one.
Well, then we just started in June of 22.
Yeah, right. The longest running one there. We can keep that.
The longest running Florida aquascaping podcast.
We
Or
can keep
live
that
stream.
for a while. All right. I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of scaping. Started doing some stuff at Badfish. I did that paludarium. It was awesome. It turned out really good. The nano aquarium guy actually drove up and
That
filmed.
was going to be my first question.
Yeah, no, he drove up and he filmed the whole
Nice.
thing. Very awesome. I'm so much appreciative of him. Like that was the coolest thing ever. He hung out the whole time because I actually had to move a shelf up because the paludarium came too high for where it was going. So I had to move a shelf higher on the rack. So he waited the whole time while I disassembled and moved the shelf up and all this other stuff. He was super patient, and then he just offered to hold my phone, and then he held the actual while he was taking footage on his DSLR too. So that was awesome. He sent me he edited the whole footage and sent it to me. Like it was really cool. I'm gonna go back over and do some voiceover work on it just to explain what I'm doing and stuff. So
Nice.
probably the nicest looking video I have on my channel.
Hey, it's always good to have friends.
It is, man. Much appreciated, and thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed the plants I sent you home with. I also have the what's it called, Skelly Fest coming up September 28th. I'm going to be doing similar to what I'm doing now with you guys here as the team, but I'll be doing it in a much smaller tank and a much smaller setting because that's what they have available fund-wise. It'll be introduction to freshwater aquascaping at Skellyfest, and Skellyfest is basically like an early Reefapalooza. It's like only saltwater right now, but she wants the person who's organizing it wants to have start getting freshwater feel into it. It's their first year, so I guess she wants to make it a split of saltwater and freshwater, which is always cool. You get more people in that way.
Yeah.
So,
We would have gone, but we already signed up for the Keystone Clash.
that's going to be much better for you guys anyway.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people that are going to be there that we're planning to see for the first time and meet. So,
And what are the dates and location of that?
it's in Pennsylvania.
Morgantown, Pennsylvania, the 28th, 27th.
Same day as this one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys will do much better there than at this. This is I don't know.
There's an Aquascape contest there too.
Oh, awesome, man! Are you entered?
Yeah. Jen's gonna be in it too.
Yeah,
Cool. Nice.
a little
Yeah,
warm up.
Scaly
before
Fest will be
Aquascape.
fun. I'll be down there, and yeah, I've talked.
Oh, you're coming?
What's that? Yeah, I got a booth down there.
Oh, sweet.
I think I was the first one to do it. I was the one that talked her into scaling it back a little bit because Miami prices for booths are a lot.
Yeah, that was
But yeah, she's got a cool vision. She's got a really cool vision with that show. She definitely wants to get the freshwater side involved and everything like that, and kind of have it like a localized Aquashella type of thing, or almost a Miami-ized Aquashella.
Yeah. And then Aqua Expo is what, the following week or something like that? When is that?
October 13th and 14th, I think.
So 2 weeks after that. That's crazy. So yeah, then
Is
there's
it the weekend? No, it's not the weekend afterwards. No, it's in November.
Oh, it
It's
is?
in October.
No, it's October 23rd.
Okay.
So it's a month out.
Because I was gonna say, dude, the weekend after Orlando or not Chicago Aquashella, that's way too soon.
Yeah, right.
That's 4 weeks back to back. I was not advertising that because
23rd,
when we get back is the Tampa Bay Aquarium Society annual auction. So maybe the next week after that. I don't know. I gotta look that up now.
For what?
For
Grant.
no the calendar.
Hey, Grant.
Yeah.
Oh, she's running it.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can rest easy.
Rest easy.
I'm not resting easy. I wanted to see how we were gonna do against Jen in a competition right before.
Well, now let's make it a competition between Shelby and Grant.
Yeah.
How you doing?
And Ed and James are also in it. Chattanooga Ed and James Fishman.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna keep it friendly, just like we did in Dallas.
Is it bringing your own scape?
I guess she's not gonna keep it friendly. I have no idea the rules, and don't let Jen hear that. But I promise you, I will look everything up before we're packing.
No, you won't. You're gonna go up to her like 5 minutes before the competition starts with 20 questions.
No.
And she's gonna look at you and tell you to read it.
Sadly, Jen no longer runs the contest, but I can't even be like, see, I didn't ask any questions. She's like, I don't care. I didn't do anything. I
Yeah.
definitely asked 100 questions still, probably.
It is
There's
what it is.
There's no hammers. There's no buckets full of water. I needed both of them at the last one. So a good portion of my contest was running around grabbing tools.
Yeah, you were all over the place in
One
Dallas.
is not. That's like he is at home. He's all over the place. I'm like, calm down.
All right. Well, I guess let's get started with this.
Yeah.
For about 15 minutes now, so that's good enough.
So I got a question for you about the atomizer. So did you put some plants out of the water? Like, how is it always on? Is it a timer?
Yeah.
It will be a timer, but right now it's on manually.
Okay.
And then, yeah, it's on when the lights are on. I missed it
No,
So, not often, but it gets misted.
Yeah,
Things are doing all right.
as little as you can, not miss things.
Yeah, I had some drying of a few things, but it is what it is. I mean, stuff was grown in a greenhouse with like 100% humidity. So, go into any kind of relative humidity, there's going to be some drying and stuff. But, new leaves.
I was just wondering if it was more of a visual effect or if there was any benefits.
No, it actually,
growing
no,
out
it
of the water.
has, no, it has some benefits. The atomizer actually does kick a lot of water vapor up. So yeah, like it actually kicks too much water vapor up to where it makes a little bit of a mess. Maybe if you're going to use it, I recommend keeping a towel close. That's about all, because it spills over and the water vapor will collect around and underneath the tank.
Yeah.
I also imagine like if it's on too long, it'll probably if you have hard water, you'll probably get some hard water stains on the outside of your tank.
Yeah.
So just definitely keep a towel and wipe it. But it's cool. It's a cool effect, and it's definitely beneficial to whatever plants are there.
Yeah, no, I was just curious because that was a really cool effect. I've seen them at shows before. I just wasn't sure from a plant standpoint how you felt on that one.
Yeah, no, they're cool.
Sometimes you'll get the ones that'll peek up over the water, and you get the burnt tips on it. So I was wondering if it had any impact.
Yeah, it'll help that, but I mean, it doesn't so things that are higher water level, you'll still need to mist it, but the things that are like probably like 6 to 8 inches off of water level are fine. But I put a big fern at the top of it, and it's not happy right now. But
All right,
ferns are pretty resilient. All right.
All right, you got our full attention now that I've told Shelby that we have 5 shows basically week back to back to back to back to back to back.
Yeah, when's Alex coming then?
Doesn't it suck being popular, guys?
Next month.
Yeah, but I would say that
Like
isn't
2
that like
weeks
the middle of
before.
everything else?
2 weeks before we leave for
The road trip, yeah.
the Keystone Clash. So now it's Keystone Clash AGA, Chicago Aquashella, and then we have the Tampa Bay Aquarium Society's annual auction, and then the Aqua Expo in South Florida. 5 weeks of jam-packed shows. It's going to be awesome.
I'm still undecided on if I'm going to go to AGA or, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're probably going to go buy a new car next week.
Do it.
And then you should just tag along, man.
I have a full-time job I'm worried about right now.
Worried about what? That you may have to quit and do full-time fish stuff?
I just don't think I can take that leap yet. I really just don't.
Yeah, well.
I love it, but I just don't. I don't want to ever.
Or tell the boss that it needs to be 4 days a week and 3 days when she needs vacation time, and she needs vacation time for 5 weeks.
Y'all aren't going to see my ugly mug when I do this because the camera's.
Matt's right. 2 full-time jobs, but just making one a full-time, double-time job.
I was just say you're gonna have to work regardless. It's just a matter of more shows.
What are you trying to do?
I was trying to zoom the tank in.
Did you just try to zoom in?
I was trying to talk to Chance while you were having your own conversation. Listen.
So
computers work that way. He's in the picture here.
I got
Zoom.
things for you to make fun
Zoom.
of.
Hey, there's this new TikTok filter.
What's the light I'm going to throw on here?
What's
Oh,
that?
nice.
Where's that light from?
It's
That's
from
cool.
Badfish.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That
it's a
was
cool
awesome.
light. It's the light that was used on
Does
the
this tank
Pelican.
for bad fish eventually then?
No, this one's going to be broke down after the stream tonight, and then we're going to redo it at Alexa's house in a different spot. So we're going to do a video together on the build of it and stuff like that.
Nice.
Nice.
You should make yourself the big one and make us the small ones.
Of what?
And the screen.
Oh, I didn't know what you were talking about. I'm like, big ones.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
blow
there we go.
yourself up.
I'm like, whoa.
Blow
wow.
yourself up.
There you go.
Neat packaging there. Look at what I've
Yeah,
seen.
I know. It's kind of strange, right? But what sucks is like you totally know it's opened now.
Ain't going back.
There's because if it gets returned now, there's no like resale
Yeah.
almost.
$10 was the unboxing feel on that thing.
So then you have to screw it together too.
Oh,
But it's cool because it's like it works with your phone. There's an app you have to install and stuff like that, so you can control it.
Oh, nice.
Right. I'll probably need a flathead screwdriver to adjust the handles. I didn't think of that.
You want me to grab it?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I got one right here.
Thanks, bro.
Okay.
You guys
Thanks,
are
Colin.
the best.
oh.
So the stand is kind of janky. Like the wire rests inside of here, and then it uses a rubber band basically to adjust it up and down. That's
Okay.
the top part. That's the top part. But it's just weird.
Is it an all-in-one?
Yeah, this is a UNS 45A all-in-one
Okay.
filter, and everything are in the back here. I'm going to take the media out of the bag to prevent what happened at Aquascaping one year. Perfect. Thank you. What's weird about it is that the way to adjust it, there's 2 flathead screws on the back of it, and you have to like guess how many turns to get it to the right
Shit.
spot. Because you can't access the screws while it's hanging. I guess you can. So you guys can totally talk about something.
Okay.
I feel
Right.
like
I say Grant just doesn't shut up,
I just
but
want to
when
read
it's
through
real
the
awkward,
chat.
he's just like,
Grant's like a freaking chatting away.
right? He's
Man.
so quiet. Just he's paying attention. That's what it is.
I went to look through
must
chat
be-
and see if
must
anybody
be
had
a
any
day.
questions or anything good.
Is there a
Nothing.
conversion to what the UN5 translate to in size?
As far as what gallons?
Most likely.
UNS 45?
Well,
Is that what
from-
you're talking about?
Is that Canada? Do they use the?
I'll tell you in gallons, and you can do the conversion yourself to Canadian or
Yeah.
metric or whatever. It's 7 gallons in the actual main tank, or like 7.3 in the main tank, and then another 2 gallons in the back for the sump.
Nice.
And that's the UN5?
The UNS 45A.
45A.
Yeah. So you're going to have to look that one up, Jamie. Because the UN5 is like a 4.5 gallon or something like that. Or
Yeah.
5.5 gallon.
Probably gonna have glare from the computer screen, but I don't know how to stop that. So, is what it is.
Jamie said so. It's 4.5 rubber boots of volume. Is that all you guys use for measurement up there? It's just rubber boots.
Oh, next time we got some rubber boots
That's
for you,
great.
Jamie.
Next giveaway, we're just gonna send them a pair of rubber boots.
We acquired some free rubber boots.
We're gonna.
What
Have
did
to
we
get
want to do with a rubber boot? Was it Scape a rubber boot? Did we need
Oh,
to
yeah,
do
that was what we were
a
going to do.
rubber boot? And then we've got a rubber boot now.
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
I wonder if I can join on my phone and like get a better view of the hardscape.
I think we all need to scape a tank, and it's going to be a Jamie's hardscape contest, and we all have to scape a boot in a tank.
There we go.
And Jamie grades it, judges it.
I agree. We should actually have some sort of scape contest for everybody. Like have them do
For
some
a
sort
boot, I'm fine with that. I got a rubber boot.
No, I got free rubber boots, and I don't think they're the right sizes, so we can
So
scape them.
and we'll give them away as the prize for the actual scape.
So we can recycle.
Correct. So here's the hardscape that I have. This is the Series Stone. This is actually the same hardscape I'm going to use when I do the tank. So, you know, if what we do tonight looks cool, we'll maybe keep it. I don't know. But just some Series Stone and Manzanita and one really weathered piece of spiderwood that looks like Manzanita now because it's like ancient. So, and I think there's a piece of Malaysian driftwood in there too. So a good mix, but they're all like weathered about the same. So they look similar. But so when you guys select hardscape, what do you guys look for?
Grant, you always answer.
I always talk so much, so I gotta let you guys say some stuff. So it doesn't. I always look like a jerk because I talk over everybody. Anytime I ever have anything to say, somebody else also has something to say. So if you guys want me to go first, I usually try to find whichever piece of hardscape has the craziest amount of texture, but the larger pieces. So I don't look for the small crazy texture pieces. I look for the crazy something that's going to catch attention that I can put off to the side to create the depth.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
pretty dope.
But so that's one thing I like is I always look for, if I'm buying scape stuff, I always look for those like individual pieces that go with what everything else I have that are the ones that make scaping a lot easier. But once I see the material, I can kind of start forming a scape around like the basic pieces.
And people always ask where we get all of our nice hardscapes and stuff. Yeah, we've bought in packages and stuff like that. But those like real stunner pieces, like I've spent at these shows $45 on a single rock and brought it home. Just a single rock because it had so much texture. It survived and made it through just because of how big it was on Saturday. And then it was still there at the end of the day on Sunday. And I was like, will you take $10 off that? And they're like, yeah, I don't want to bring it home. So, you know what I mean? We brought home it was 55. We brought it home for 45. But like the thing is massive, but it has so much character. I couldn't leave it there.
You're giving away all our trade secrets of how to score hardscape for cheaper, man.
Well, we have paid full price for rock.
You go up to them and you buy it right away.
Well, I go on top of that. I also say don't fall in love with the way like a piece looks like to fit it into the scape, I guess. Because like you could find something really cool with character, but like the only ways you could use it, it's either going to be covered with plants or really not work the way you want it to work.
Oh, yeah. I have figured that out too many times with my petrified rainbow wood. It's got all these purples in it. That's actually why I did it. And the pet store did help us out in Colorado with it. And I was like, all right, I want all of it. And it had so much purple in it. But I can't line the purple up to be shown in the scapes usually. So that scape never happened.
Crypt Keeper wants to know, did you use muriatic acid bath on these? And how long do you let it sit? Looks awesome.
Yes, I did acid wash these, and there is a video on my channel that explains the whole process on how I do it.
It's an older video, not a new one, right?
No, it's an older one. Yeah, it's about a year old, 2 years old. But it is still everything that I do to this day. I guess I have to say wear gloves and wear safety glasses or whatever, because that was the biggest flack I got on the feedback. Yeah. I've used acid for so long that like, I don't know, it doesn't really bother me. Like, I know how to handle
I'm
it.
the same way. Yeah.
But I guess I shouldn't approach a community of people that don't use it, how to do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so wear safety protection. That's the only thing I didn't really emphasize in that video, but everything else is in there. The most important part is neutralizing it. So get some baking soda and buy your acid. That's the step that most people skip, and then they wonder why all their critters die. So neutralize the stone. But yeah, no, it was acid washed, and the longer you acid wash it, the more venation will come through, the more contrast you'll get, because the actual granite of it will turn black, and the quartz or whatever mineral is inside the centerpieces here, it varies, will just get more polished and more white. On some of them, like, it's, you can't see it or feel it, but I guess you can kind of see it. It's like some of them are so smooth, it feels like enamel. So it's really cool. But so when I look for hardscape, pretty much what Grant said, I look for texture, and it really depends on the type of hardscape that I'm looking for and what I'm planning on doing for it. I rarely just go blindly buy hardscape. I usually like have something in mind, and then I go try to find what I'm looking for. Like with Ceru stone, I'm always looking for like lots of contrast, like lots of veins, anything like that. And you can't really see the smaller veins at first. You really have to acid wash them to get the smaller veins to come out. But if you see a stone and you think it's cool, and you kind of scrape it against another stone, you can get the veins to come out a little bit more. And then you know there's more underneath there. So you know when you acid wash it, you're going to get more out of it. With dragonstone, honestly, I just try to buy pieces that are all the same color, same shade, because there's like 3 or 4 different colors of dragonstone, and it sucks when you're going to do a tank and you have like a rainbow collage of colors and none of them really match together. And then with manzanita, honestly, best thing with that is to just buy a lot of it. I just did a bulk buy of manzanita a long time ago from Tom Barr and picked a bunch of pieces off of that. And over the years, I've used a hacksaw to make them smaller and smaller and whatever else I need to do. So if you have a local club or like a group of aquarists or whatever that all do the same thing together, just hit up Tom and order a pallet together. It's really honestly the best way to get the wood, and it's the best manzanita you can get. Spiderwood I can't stand, so honestly people have to give me spiderwood to use it. And then the Malaysian driftwood and stuff like that at Mopani, same deal. I just look for character, and same thing Grant said, character and structure and texture.
Back to the dragonstone though, before I forget, careful with the cut pieces, because a lot of the dragonstone out there is cut, and then it's cut to where like all of the little holes and everything are showing, so it looks real cool, but like to the keen eye and everybody, like, we know it's a cut piece, it's unnatural. So try not to use it if possible. But they make great, like, use a chisel and break up those pieces. You get some real good double pieces out of those.
Yeah, smashing rocks is like crucial. So like buy the ugly stones too. So to Grant's point, you pick up the stones you want. Like if you have a pre-planned scape and you go and you happen to find everything you need, buy the ugly stones too, so you can crush them for detail stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing I was going to say is when you do the bulk buying, the blind buys, the good thing about those is you get some good pieces. The other thing is the really bad, ugly pieces, those are the ones you take a hammer to. So
exactly. And when you bulk buy wood, the chips at the bottom and the small branches and the pieces that fall off and all that stuff, they're amazing for doing nanoscapes with. They're perfect.
That's literally how I did my scape for PNW. Is I went over to the wood guys and I was like, "Hey, can I take this box of scraps?" And they're like, "Yeah, go for it, man." And I was like, "God, thank you." And then they were going along the floor and picking up all the pieces, and I was like, "You guys didn't have to," but I took it all. We got like a whole bucket worth of like scraps from the wood guys. benefits of being Shelby found one of the pieces and then just stuck it in one of our racks like it's a decoration.
So with the hardscape, I guess I'll wait for Shelby to get back so she can be a part of it.
She's
too.
here. She's here. She doesn't take
No,
long.
they made me take it. They were like, "No, you need to take this." I thought they were joking, but they found this piece on the ground. It's a nice piece, but it reminds me of I don't know if any of you TikTok, but they have the Harry Potter like TikTok where they're like,
yeah,
that's exactly what this piece. I mean, this thing's ridiculous. Actually looks way bigger on the camera. It's not that big.
It looks huge. I guess because you're on the small camera screen, so you guys are shrunk. All right. So with the hardscape that you guys have here, that we have here, what would you guys do? What do you think we should do? What style? What do you want to do?
Let's pick out the big pieces first. Listen to the advice.
Well, I'm saying, like, do you want to come up with a style first, or you just want to start putting stones in a tank?
Well, no, I just wanted to see what we have as far as big pieces, so I can kind of see like what our focus points.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, I see.
So our biggest pieces, stone-wise, are these right here. Try to position them.
That piece of wood looks like a really good centerpiece to the left, though.
I was about to say that's what I was thinking.
So which piece of wood? Because you just said that piece of wood.
The one you had in the
To the
tank,
left. Oh well, it'd be you're right there.
Yeah.
This one?
I think we got to figure out what kind of style we're going to go for first.
That's what I was asking. Yes. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, we could do like, this is prime material for doing just a simple naturescape.
Yeah.
Which would be, considering this is an introduction to aquascaping, that would be probably the easiest because those are the easiest to do. Or we could do a Florida Scape teamscape and try to come up with something crazy, but that's a little more difficult with just hands. And
you want it?
Not here.
Maybe an island naturescape.
Or what if we plan? Yeah, the island naturescape's a good idea. Or what if we plan to do a live where we're all in one spot together?
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
I have 5 tanks, and everybody's been asking me what to do with all the tanks, and I want to give one to all of us, but then save a tank, you know what I mean, for when we have some, you know what I mean, all of us here to do one or something like that. So I'm about it.
That would be cool. So let's plan that then, and let's just do a naturescape tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you want to do an island? Chance, you guys go with an island? Try to show that one.
Before we get too far along, we had a question. Jamie asked, "Do we ever go to landscape
stores to look for rock?"
I was gonna say the proper yard stone yards, but
a quarry.
Yes.
A quarry.
Yeah, everything slipped. I personally don't. I'm doing all the talking. I personally don't.
I mean, it was, you called out the question, so I was going to let you answer first.
No. You got whoever. The way we usually do it is whoever reads the question, the other person will answer it. So
all right. I got you. Okay. I didn't know that format. I go to quarries sometimes. I go to rock yards. There's actually a nursery by my nursery that sells some pretty cool stone. It's like a green version of Zero stone. I don't know the name of it, but it's non-reactive to acid, so it's kind of neat. It doesn't leach anything either, so I found that there. And then there's also, they have like giant glass chunks as well. If I ever wanted to get like fantasy driven with like scapes or whatever, it'd be cool to make like a giant ice castle or whatever, or a glacier scene with like just pink plants or something. I don't know. But yeah, and now that I'm thinking of that, like that part in Alaska where all the starfish are all under the ice when you look down. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that picture or whatever, but it's really cool. You should Google it. Just Google starfish in Alaska.
Oh, all right. It's on the floor, but it looks like it's on. All right, I got you.
Yeah, It's really cool.
I thought you meant like they're on the glass.
No, they're not on the glass. They're on the bottom of a river.
Yeah,
or
I gotcha.
inlet or whatever. Yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, no, the quarries are cool to check, man, because the same nursery had a whole big ass pallet of dragonstone, like a big pallet, like stacked 4 feet high and 4 feet deep or whatever, of just a bunch of Oahu stone. He accidentally got it in. So I mean, you never know. He was selling it for like 33 cents a pound, like next to nothing.
Nice.
Oh
So-
man.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that's what it costs usually. But
yeah, exactly. Well, he ordered it by mistake. He just didn't want it anymore. But yeah, let's do the island thing. Or Brian, do you go to quarries? Sorry.
I do, but like it's usually the only times I go there, I don't usually go there for like specific scape stones, but like if I'm putting together something where I want like some brown river stones and stuff like that, just something for a fun little scape, I'll go there and get that. Around me, I don't really, like our stone yards and stuff like that. It's really hit or miss, and the nice stuff is actually not that cheap. So there's a lot of like straight edges and stuff like that. So I'll go there for the round stones if I'm looking for a specific like scape style and stuff like that. But I've got a collection of what I need for a while.
Yeah. All right, so I guess if we're gonna do the naturescape thing, Brian has said island like 16 times, so we'll go ahead and do the center island of it. I personally like the peninsula or triangle layout, but we'll do the island.
We had a question. What substrate are we working with here?
We're working with Eco Complete right now. It's what was available. So we're working with that.
And it's on your list of favorites.
If I had,
It's not high on the list, but
if I had Aquasoil or whatever, I would use that. But Aquasoil for this, and
yeah.
considering we're going to redo the tank anyway, and it's just going to be a dry scape, it's not being planted. This is perfect. This
Do
is
you
a
have
lot-
any white sand?
I do, but I don't want to mix everything all in there together. But
No,
I
you're
was
good.
thinking just use sand for the scape.
if you want,
Let's just go ahead and
We don't have to.
I could just use sand for the scape. You want to just use sand?
If we're gonna do the island thing, I kind of like the sand idea.
All right.
And
But-
you do have some really nice white showing through. It kind of would make a lot of good pop with the white
Let me
sand.
go get the sand out of my car. Give me a minute. You guys entertain people.
All right. Well, there was some other stuff that went on in chat that I wasn't going to bring up.
Do that.
oh man, that means I have to answer. Or Shelby has to answer.
No, I don't think it was a question. I just think Shelby's going to read this one and then talk about it.
Oh, the obsidian. Lady Diane says, I have obsidian. It acts like glass. I've had it forever. No real idea what to do with it. It's sharp. That is actually what I was referring to earlier as when we go into pet stores and I buy all of it out. I didn't have any near us, and we went and traveled, and they had it in their pet store, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to buy it all now.
It's actually what I paid her with for working at Aquaticon in Tennessee.
Yeah. Okay, that's where it was,
Yeah.
at the pet store. So, yeah, I took whatever I could, and I have it. So when I do escape of that, I will share that. I'm hoping to do like a little tank. I don't have much to work with, so.
She came up with like a little bit, and I looked at her and I was like, "You're not going to be able to do much with that." I was like, "Come on, you're worth more than that. Go get more." So
Yeah, that stuff is beautiful. It's black and shiny. It's definitely going to be something different to scape with. My biggest thing is when I'm scaping, I try to look for where these things come from in nature, so you can kind of get an idea what it actually looks like in its natural setting. So obviously we can't always recreate that, and some of them are really dull, but that is one of the coolest looking ones. I like the oddballs. So like when we signed up for the aquascaping in Texas, they were like glitter rock, and I'm over here ecstatic as can be because I have all this rose and jade glitter rock. So I was like, oh cool, I get to work with it already. I've been saving some of that up too. So I like the oddball stuff that no one really scapes with. So if you could take something so cheesy as glitter rock and make it into a beautiful aquascape, I think that's something that's more unique than something everyone else can do.
I was about to say, my friend Jill does that. She's done a couple tanks with some different types of. She does like the gemstone
Smith?
shows and stuff like that. Yeah, Jill Smith.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, she'll do. She's done a couple tanks with some like different types of gemstones and stuff like that, which looked really cool.
All right. Well, I like Jamie's remark. When you design your scapes, do you design it with your inhabitants in mind, or do you choose your inhabitants later, and that will go best with your scape? So,
well, all Grant scapes are designed around shrimp, so.
Not always. Some of them can kill shrimp.
Yeah, the stone that I've
Serious
used
stone.
for some, not very shrimp
or mountain stone.
friendly. The mountain stone seems to be fine for the neocaridina, but the maple leaf stone was not a good one to use.
That was the coolest. That's not like, you don't find that very often, is that maple leaf, and we bought that at Global.
Yeah.
And we were like, man, this thing is incredible. It sucked though, touching it, it could break, so you got to be real gentle with it. And that's actually one of me and Grant's like first aquascaping videos on our YouTube, is the maple leaf scape demo. And I mean, it was fun to work with, real easy to work with. It's got so much texture compared to every other stone, but then we had it set up for a whole month, and boom, it just did not do well. It has some funky stuff going on with it. It is not safe for tanks, and I don't think a single thing should be living with it.
But the other thing is like, say you're doing a biotope, I think you would do a lot more planning involved in what kind of fish was going to go in ahead of time before you did the scape, because that really matters a lot. But for our scapes at the live scape contest and stuff like that, it's more like let's just scape it and then let's go fish shopping for what would do well with what we're working with. But I've got some good ideas for fish for Chicago.
Yeah, I think for me, I have such a solid base, like, you know, between all the autos and the Amanos that I put into my tank, that, you know, I usually go for a schooling thing, and as it comes together, I kind of make that final decision. But there's always, like, I always have a list of, like, I want to make a scape for this specific fish, or lean towards, like, you know, I have a feeling Shelby's going to do a threadfin rainbow tank soon. So
I have 3 of them.
No, you have more than that.
I'm not
3
counting.
tanks.
2 in that tank
1.
and then 3 in the other tank.
Oh, I have. Yeah, no, I have.
Oh, I thought you just meant you
I
had
have
3 tanks
full
of them.
tanks of them.
Oh, 3 threadfin
3.
rainbow tanks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
One's not doing so well.
I'm not catching.
Stupid maple leaf.
I'm not all here. So
I was
Chance,
going to say,
They
Shelby
go
doesn't
on.
talk to individual fish. She talks the number of tanks that have that fish in it.
So Chance, can we explain to people why we're throwing in substrate now instead of putting the rocks and wood in first?
Yes, because we're doing an island style scape, so we're going to be using the sand basically to prop rocks up. I don't have substrate bags or anything like that, so we're going to do it old school with just substrate underneath it. Typically, that's why I left a lot of non-substrated area. I'm not even going to really use a lot. I'll just let the sand kind of do its thing after we fill it, if we were to fill it. So. Because it's just a dry scape, this won't be filled with water.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter. It's not even going to get planted.
And it'll also protect the glass a little bit too.
Correct. Yeah. If I had egg crate or anything like that, that always works, like light diffuser, egg crate stuff. I like to put that down too, especially if it's a tank that I want to reuse, or if it's someone else's tank. I always try to protect the glass. Other reasons, I mean, honestly, any other time I've done like the center tanks like that, I've always just dumped the substrate in, because the nature style scapes, it's so there's not a lot of building involved. There's not a lot of like propping rocks on rocks and stuff like that. So it's just a good foundation. But yeah, so what do you guys want to start with?
Probably the two bigger rocks.
You want to start with rocks and not wood? You want to add the wood in after?
So another reason why I like to put substrate in first is because I'm really bad at visualizing like my substrate line. So like, or like what stones will look like when I put like in there, like what's going to be visible above the substrate. So I kind of use some put the substrate down just to be able to kind of get that visual if I need it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So what I would do, Chance, is maybe arrange the not in the tank, but in front of the tank, the two bigger rocks, and then play with the wood. Oh, you don't want to mess up the table. I got you.
Yeah,
Smart.
I'm just gonna do it in the tank.
That's fine.
Okay, no, you're good. I was trying to like just make it easier for you to move faster, moving things in and out.
So
that's your base stone, what you're going to build stuff off of, right?
correct. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of that stone will end up being covered either by other hardscape or substrate in itself.
Yeah.
I will do my best at the end of it to make this piece right here the front of the scape,
Yes.
or the front of the main hardscape, and kind of draw it back. Because everything is kind of leaning this way, I'm going to try to keep the direction of the scape also going a bit more towards this direction. It's an island style, so you can kind of go wherever, but at the same time, I like things to always have kind of a flow. It just helps with focal points and stuff, in my opinion, when things are kind of moving in one direction, as opposed to just like an explosion of stuff. So that's the first biggest rock, Grant, and then this would be the second, and this would be the third.
Yeah, I didn't think they were both gonna fit. I that's all I was trying to see, like which one to choose from. But
I like that.
I can't see it, so you guys got to tell me what you see.
I just don't know how we're gonna go with the wood. So I didn't know if you wanted to build up with the wood and build out with the rocks, or how.
No, we don't.
You wanted to do it.
But with the footprint, you can probably do it just with the smaller pieces of wood.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I just had all this larger pieces of wood, so I just brought what I had in my car. This is all stuff that's left over from something I did at somebody's
It's
house.
car wood. I know what it means. Like you don't know when you're going to need to escape something.
It's car sand. This is car Siru stone. All left over from something I did last week.
You never know when you're going to have a escape emergency.
Yeah.
So much time.
So,
I
I mean, wood-wise, I mean, it's all larger pieces, so I'll probably, because I don't want to break anything down,
yeah.
probably just end up using the wood as like accents or whatever coming through, or try to make it just contrast to the stone. But at the same time, I mean, I'm just gonna run with the rocks for now.
Yeah, keep running with the rocks. See what you can get. Like that angle has a really good line.
Gotta get it up. You might need another
Right
rock
there.
underneath to prop up the.
Yeah,
It would be your
Oh,
right
okay.
side.
Look at that beautiful
that
line.
is nice.
It's like they were made for each other.
They really do.
You gotta get it down just a tad, like 2 degrees. Aye.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Ah, it tripped.
The Aquascapers. Ah, yes.
So like if I had substrate bags, I would probably elevate this a bit more
Yeah.
if I were to be planting this. So I would use substrate bags filled with some sort of filter media to elevate this structure. I would also use thermoplastics at this point, as well as silicone or super glue, to really adhere these stones together as one unit to make one piece.
And then
That
slide
way-
the other piece out.
Correct. That way I could just take all three of these out, move it out of the way, take the little chunk out, get rid of it, no need for it, pack it on the substrate ball or the substrate bag, and then begin to build other pieces of it up. But because again, this is just introduction, just the main skeleton is what you'll get. We'll do volume 2 advanced another episode. So what do you guys want to go through now? Do you want to do more stones, or do you want to start trying to throw some wood in here, or do you want me to put some more substrate in?
Maybe a stone on each side.
All right. Kind of pulling things to the front, or do you want to stay in the back?
The
How much room do you have in the back?
This is the glass right here.
Yeah, but how the front of the rock on that side, that rock on that side that you just pointed on should go towards the back of the tank if possible, and the other rock would go in the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the other side. You gotta angle it. Is there not a lot of room? That's what me and Brian are trying to figure out.
Yeah.
No, there's not a lot of room. This tank is only about 7 inches deep.
Okay.
So let's keep it simple and just add some sticks to it, and then we can add stones afterwards.
All right. I don't have any saws or anything, so this is like you go.
Well, I saw you rip apart wood before. You're good. I've seen those arms.
Yeah, I've snapped stuff before, but that's gonna block the lines of the.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think.
You almost need that branchy wood here.
You,
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
you know what
Yeah.
you could do is if you start on the top corner and you could do your triangle scape almost and keep that line there going.
Or
Yeah,
we,
kind of
could,
almost like a root coming over the overflow.
or we could just do a 3-stone origami and call it.
Chilling around here somewhere.
I really like those stones together.
I know they're nice.
It's
What did you say, Brian?
I was just.
You can start see if you have any like one of those longer pieces, kind of have like a branch coming as a background almost. So kind of keep it flat. And from that corner down across, like, you see what I'm saying?
Like this?
Well, if you
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
no, bring it up to
Here,
the corner, maybe
can you
bring it
take
down.
this from me? I just use this.
Grant, this is not how
I'll hand it to him.
this is not how it works.
Thanks, man.
It would be cool if you had one that looked like similar.
What is this,
and
Willy
we were
Wonka?
Playing this off. Like
Get
in
the
the
chocolate
future,
bar.
we need to like set this up, and I
Oh,
just get a bunch of rocks.
Don't
that look
talk
the
about
same.
our ideas over and
There's
everyone
not a-
sees it.
These are people in the beginning. They get to know. We're not going to use these ideas until we're bigger, and then it's going to be like half of these people aren't even going to be around by then,
Yeah.
or they won't be watching the episode that night. I'm sorry.
Ow.
Sorry.
Crypt Keeper, I will definitely get the green if you can bring it to the clash for sure. I will have to get some of that
That
green
fits there.
obsidian. That would be incredible.
We'll take all the green you can give us.
Oh, are you talking about other green?
Oh, green's my favorite color.
Yeah.
I'll take the money. I'll give you some shrimp.
People are suggesting we take the big rock out in the front, but I like the big rock. It lines up with the other rock.
If I take the big rock in the front out, all the stones in the back are going to fall off because that's what they're sitting on.
I like what you got going on with
I
it.
like it. I like it.
So
We need a dramatic piece in the middle, though, to take up that back spot.
We could use plants, though. You could use your
Yeah.
imagination.
Imagination.
We need that. That's what you need to do. You need that. You need that for when we.
Oh, here, I got my touch screen. I'll just draw them in there.
that would be really cool.
Oh goodness.
Shelby used to have a touch screen, so for the longest time she would like just try to, what's going on here?
Yeah. It's well, that's what I work with at work all the time. You know what's funny is the 2 front computers that you work with like all day are touchscreen, and then we have 4 other ones that we work in the store that aren't. So I kid you not, every single one of my employees will just like poke it real hard, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, this isn't touchscreen."
I remember I had a moment with my kids where like they came across the first time they came across a screen where it didn't have the touch screen on it, and they couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. I mean, they were young and didn't use them, but like it was weird thinking like they'd never seen a screen without it. And
Yeah,
I'm
there's
like, here I
people
was having to do 2-3 times just to get the letter C.
Oh yeah.
So I don't want to super glue anything because I'm reusing this tank. But
Right.
would be imperative.
Yeah, work with
No,
what
I was thinking that too. We're gonna have to hold some stuff. We'll take some screenshots and then we'll Photoshop it over yours.
Right.
And then we'll
Ooh, I
finish
like
it
that.
up.
just let me know if you need an extra hand. Yeah, I like that.
It's like flowing out the
Yeah,
rock.
keep
But I
going
wish you
with
could
that
get a
flow.
rock right there
Where?
in that gap
No, the
No.
wood's
Yeah, I
supposed
think I like the photo
Oh.
of corners.
on the bottom left.
to the bottom left. Oh,
bottom
where
right.
he just put,
Yeah.
Right
going
there.
the
Other
opposite
side,
way.
Other side. There's a cave now right there. It's a like like some rocks, not a rock.
But the rock.
Nah, not a rock to cover it up, but like to make it look like the cliff broke apart and now there's
Oh,
yeah.
That's the rock.
And then like 3 more and 2 more.
I don't have many smaller ones.
Yeah. Brian, will you get the hammer, please?
I'm on it. I got the pan right here.
There's your broken cliff, Grant.
Much appreciated.
You're welcome, buddy. Again, if I had a substrate bag, it would be propped up and
Yeah.
things would be different. But
Can you take that piece of wood out of the left front of the tank so I can really see what you did? No, it's in the front of the tank.
In front.
Yeah, blocking. Thank you. You can't scoot them back just a tad into the cave?
yeah, I haven't walked around to see them up front. So
Yeah, you got to walk around and tuck them in a little bit better.
Yeah, they're too much of an accent.
They need some nip tucking.
that's what you guys are here for. I'm like,
That's actually that's actually a really good point.
I'll be distracted looking at green obsidian.
Mm.
And the keeper's like,
It's
oh, if I can
so
get it,
beautiful.
how much of it would you want? Well,
so this is a team
I
building.
have to do a scape with.
This is
So
a
we're
team building
teaching you,
exercise.
you need to show up or just not show up at all.
Stop.
It's a team building exercise, you guys. I'm like, you guys are my eyes.
Yeah, so that's actually something that's good to bring up is us working as a team together, and what really helps us out is we help each other
Over
from
there,
not
like, help
falling
me.
in.
Right?
What?
You're like, we work together, and like Chance is asking for help, and you're like, as a team we work together, and he's over here like, help.
So one of the things that I did at the creators contest that really screwed up the other 2 people that I was working with was they were scaping their tank so that nobody in front that was sitting down could see it.
Oh,
And I was scaping mine backwards.
it's too
And
big.
I looked over at that. Yeah, it's too big. Shelby's right.
Yeah.
If
That's
we
a
could
good
like
idea,
shrink
like-
it. Oh yeah, let me use Grant's technique. Shrink it. Shrink.
But I looked over and I was like, no, you guys got to skate. And I've had plenty of experience doing the skate demos for the club meetings. So I've scaped backwards a lot. And the other 2 of them, they were at a disadvantage because I made them feel bad. But I hope they made it a thing for every scaper afterwards. I guess I'll have to go watch the videos.
Yeah, everybody escaped behind it from what I saw.
But I think, did they scape it backwards though? Because everybody stood on the stage. I just don't know if they
Well, there you go.
turned it around or not.
Um,
I don't like it.
No.
Yeah.
I think you should have a piece going off from the main front piece going the opposite way, but a small piece. Other right in the front
Over here.
to your left front.
Right here.
Yeah.
A smaller piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of rock, sorry.
Of rock.
Yeah.
It
That might help.
Is that a piece of wood in the back right corner?
It is.
Oh, it looks like a rock. I thought it was a rock this whole time.
Back right
Can
corner.
you wiggle it for
You
me?
know what it looks like? Chef's kiss.
Wait, Shelby, I'm trying.
His money doesn't wiggle. It folds.
You could have just showed. You could leave it there.
No,
I was just trying to see what it's a little glare in the front, so it's hard for us to really see what that detail was.
But that might be a good one for that front. Yeah. See if that flows in there.
it's so blocky.
Yeah, it is.
Feel free to take one of my ones over on the other side.
No, that's fine.
You can rotate.
I just should have brought more hardscape.
No hammer.
No hammer, nothing, man.
That was
You
my
can
bad. I was
break
supposed to
that-
bring the
you
hammer.
can't just use your hands and break that one in the front.
Which one? This?
No. The rock. It was a
No.
joke.
Not breaking any rocks.
Ooh, that piece. What's that piece?
Which one?
Yeah. What is that?
That one's got to go.
That one
in
should
there
go
for
up.
sure.
I was
And
gonna say, Mike,
That one should
replace it with that
replace the
blocky
other front
stuff,
piece.
blocky wood.
Because the front one is too flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's got to go. That's all I was saying. You should break that one with your hands.
That one.
Yeah,
that
the
one.
one, the
That
one
one, I
you
like
took
that
out.
one.
Just try and give it a good. Hoo-yah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Now we need a little piece of wood going in between them. It's still horrible glare.
There's not much.
I never
room.
think about
Hey,
tanks.
tilt your screen down a little bit and the glare will go away.
The other thing is there enough room to break that in front of the tank and do any detail rock?
Hold on one second. Brian had a good idea.
Really?
I was talking to Shelby. It
Did help a little.
did help.
Yeah. All right. I can't see you guys now at all. So. All right. No, what were you guys saying?
I don't know.
Who knows?
When things don't go as planned.
Oh, I was asking you if there's enough room in the front of the glass of the rock that you just put in to scrape the tank or to do detail. So you can get 2 fingers in?
I can get, yeah.
Is it a 2-finger or a 3-finger?
It's 2 grand.
Okay. Not bad.
Not bad.
Now see if you can wedge a rock right in front of that front glass. No, I'm joking. I like it.
And Chance doesn't have fat, stubby, small fingers, so it's
No.
2 nice regular fingers.
2 regular normal fingers. You know, how detailed do you guys want to get?
I was going to say, I kind of like this from a formation standpoint. Like you could put, I mean, since we don't have really detailed stones to like make it go up more in the back, like fill in the back a little bit, but
You're just trying to get some depth to raise up in the tank?
Yeah. It's bothering me how flat it is. It's not
Yeah.
my looking thing.
But like with the whole jungle tanks, a lot of times you get those real tall, flowy plants. So like that's something we should talk about. It's a beginner's tank, like some Cryptocorn spiralis or some jungle val or something along that lines in the back to really make it flow. Some Java fern, the narrow leaf.
Yeah, I would probably just pack this with ferns because of how small it is. Any Cryptospiralis is going to be growing out of the tank. Java fir or a Vallisneria, same deal. So I would just use a bunch of ferns.
And I switched it up because I remembered how small the tank was.
Yeah, it's tiny.
$35 to $70 per small piece.
Are you guys? Why don't you guys go through chat because I can't see the screen.
Well, I've been doing pretty well on chat. Shelby's been just reading and looking up rock for sale.
Holy shit, Shelby. Oh, never mind.
Good job.
Yeah, that's what the comment says. Yeah, obsidian is pretty expensive. Especially like there is. So my dad actually might have some obsidian in his yard. So if I go to Oklahoma, I could probably come home with some obsidian, but it's not the natural obsidian that I'd be looking for, which right now looking online would consist of anywhere from $75 for a piece that fits in your palm and up. So it's a little pricey, but you know,
Obsidian.
I might be able to find someone to her.
I was weed whacking Shelby's mom's house one time, and I found a large piece of petrified wood in her garden, and I was like, "This
Very
thing
large.
isn't going to be here very long."
It was actually my dad's.
And
So my dad had, it was a gigantic, I mean, it was like an 80-pound rock.
Chance. I like that piece if you could get it to come off like towards the middle of the tank more,
Yeah.
The heart shape.
but not make it a heart.
You scratched it.
Just not. That's too center. You need to break it off just a little bit. The one in the back. Yeah, or up or down, one of the two.
Again, glue would be so helpful right now.
Which color did Lady
Ooh,
Diane
that
have?
one's
The black
pretty.
or the green?
I like it.
I'm pretty sure she had the black as well. It's the most common when you can find it. The serpentine stone's really pretty too. I wonder that might do some damage in a tank, but it's pretty.
I don't like that one on top, Chance.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Okay. Maybe hook
I
it
might
on the
actually
right
have some
side.
of
There's
this.
too much going on the left with the wood. We need something on the right.
Oh, it's like a crystal.
You
so
could
it
use some
probably doesn't-
thermoplastics there, Mike.
I know.
I got water boiling. I haven't done in a minute.
Hey, not boiling, 100 degrees.
100 degrees.
Keep it 100. No, that's a note still.
With ferns and stuff,
Looks like a scorpion.
Ah,
I mean, a stick coming around the back and around the front.
Yeah, I like it. It looks like a scorpion or bullhorn.
Where?
this one right here. It's got Shelby's approval so far, so it looks better with that piece already. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That looks like a middle
it
finger.
yeah, it does.
I like it. It's
Leave it.
A little middle finger.
this one right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Lady Diane has the black. About 40 pounds of it. Nice. I don't think I have that much. I think I have like 15. I collect rocks for sure. Like that is now an obsession. When we go somewhere and I see something really neat, I'm like, gotta have that. And I'm like, oh, the best part was when we went to Colorado and we went to like every pet store, and Colorado itself has these incredible rocks, like on a person's property. We didn't just take it from random places. It was a friend's property. And he was like, yeah, you could take them. I'd get rid of them. I hate them all. Take them all, whatever you can. Well, we were renting a tiny car that barely made it up in the mountains because it was a 2-wheel drive. And it was like, you're like pushing down all the way on the pedal, and it's going like 30 miles an hour. And we loaded the entire trunk up with rock to the fact that it was way down. And I was like, let's hope we make it back.
Yeah, I've definitely done the same thing up in North Carolina. There were some stones that I brought back for scaping with, and yeah, my wife looked in the trunk to pack the car to leave, and she's like, "Really?" And I was like, "They're nice. They're big."
Yep.
And she,
That's all you got to tell her is that they're big.
Me and
Size matters.
Lucas
Ooh.
were trying to stop a couple times on the way up on the side of the road to
some
get
big rocks.
the slate and stuff like that. And
I wish I
then
could point.
it
Should go right
wasn't
there.
like the slate that really caught our attention that we wanted to
Yeah,
stop.
keep going.
A few times it looked like there was aqua soil coming out of the mountains, like legit aqua soil, and we're like, "Oh man, that looks so nice," but
It was rat turds.
there wasn't anywhere for us to park. What did he say?
They were rat turds.
Probably.
What state were you in?
Fairly sure it
Pennsylvania.
was in Kentucky.
And then we were in no, we weren't in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
That's where I wanted to stop. Man, the drive to Pennsylvania is incredible.
It was either Kentucky or the state right before Kentucky, but I'm pretty positive it was Kentucky, probably after we left Brandon's or right before we got to Brandon's.
I want that piece.
I also found out there's 2 Brandons in our chat, so
yeah.
Hi, Brandon.
You need to change up your names. One of you needs to be Brandon 1, one needs to be Brandon 2 or something.
Well,
All right, so I turn the brightness
has
back.
a photo, one Brandon doesn't.
What'd you say, Chance?
I turned the brightness back up so I can see you guys.
Pirate.
Before the screen was off, I had no clue you guys were even there anymore. I muted you too. It was nice.
Oh.
No,
We actually all had masks on.
You just kept saying, "What do you think about this?"
I totally forgot you guys were there. I didn't think we were streaming anymore.
Oh, so you didn't okay. I thought you heard me because you kind of did what I wanted you to do with the sticks.
Oh no.
The only thing I wanted it was a little bit more in.
I can try to put it in more. I end up knocking everything over though.
That's the pain.
Told you. Grant's cliff keeps falling. You know,
I think it's
apart from some like extreme detail work and like other
and raising it up off.
nitpicking things. Yeah, and raising it because it's way flat. Like I would want this like up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I mean, it's just a proportionately tall tank.
It's a proportionately awkward tank.
Yeah.
But with substrate bags and things like that, a good island scape would work in it, or the traditional triangle scape as well.
The glare almost hides the large rock on the back.
The glare hides a lot of things, man. You want me to try to bring this back off?
I think
Let me adjust this.
definitely a triangle scape would have been easier.
That's looking good. So Crypt
I like
Keeper
that.
asked about using Pirate in Escape. Would be cool. Wanted to know if it's safe for either fish or shrimp. So there's different types of that. So it depends on which one you get, but a lot of that's going to crumble and fall apart, especially after being in a tank for a little bit. It's so Pirate's like the same thing. They have the fool's gold. So that stuff, I don't know if you've ever played with it long enough, but it starts to crumble. I had to look it up to make sure that I was talking about it, but you can always test any rock. So it'd be really cool, but in the long run might just fall apart.
I don't know why I didn't do this sooner.
Yeah,
There
that
you
makes
go.
it a little easier.
Can you kill the screen now?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to make it square though first.
Yeah, other than adding some height on it.
No, the plug's in this.
The plug bothers me more than the StreamYard duck.
That's part of the scape.
The plug is a floating plant, Grant. Jesus.
It's the red root floaters.
It's much better.
What do you want me to change?
I've been doing 9.2 with that.
The hematite rock, Jamie, is iron based. I don't think that would be good for a shrimp tank. Maybe for really good aquascape with pink plants, like it'd probably be really dope for that. It would probably like make them really good. Hopefully not too much and overdo it in algae everywhere, but that'd be pretty cool.
Critique a couple things now that it's up close?
Absolutely not.
You can critique your work, yeah.
The wood in the center has kind of ruined our lightning bolt.
The line, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
the
not
big
that one.
chode.
That one, yeah,
Yeah.
that chode. That's a lot.
Oh,
better.
there you go.
Actually, that one can come out of the rocks on the right-hand side. No.
No, like
No,
in.
no, that-
Oh
leave
no,
that
no,
one.
leave that one.
Yeah.
See, there's a gap
There-
right
There's
in
a
the
hole. No,
Nope.
on the other side.
other side.
Other side.
Ooh, that looks
like
pretty
that on
too.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fill that hole.
Coming towards
All
us.
right there.
Point it at my face.
You want to?
I think it should be.
All right.
It looks like a little snake. Aww.
Like a snake.
We got the finger and then we got the snake.
Why do you say it like that?
Don't say it like
To everybody else, the 20 people watching, it's man.
Okay, we're gonna...
I hope somebody's seen that. Have you seen it, Brian? You watch a lot of
Which one?
Here
TikToks.
we go.
Why?
That's funny.
Nonsense, that's why.
TikTok, man. TikTok.
Nick.
Anything else, guys?
Brandon said the lines tonight. Put it in deeper, point it at my face, and I got the finger and the snake.
That was my contribution to change.
2 or 3 fingers.
And Brian.
That's screen worthy.
Uh,
We'll leave that up for a minute. What else, guys?
I think,
it's missing something in that right corner. Well, your left back corner.
Right here?
Yes, it's
A wood.
black deepness. That's all I see is it's just a void.
That's too big, chance. I need you to get your large. I need you to get your large wood out of here, mate. Oi.
I think he just needs a bigger tank.
Really? Is he? He's like, I'll fill that void real quick.
You can't get 6 more pieces in there.
Bro, are you challenging me?
It is. That's only one.
He's like,
I will like Jenga these pieces in, man. I'm a wood stacking champion.
Get the other side.
Is
And
that
make it
2
a
or
tunnel.
3? I can't see.
like the second one.
No. That's too far in the middle. You
Oh,
gotta
is
get
that over here?
the blackness on the right-hand side. There is room under it.
Brandon said, well, now he's just showing off. And put the boot in there.
Yeah, the boot can go on the other
Das
side.
Boot. You know what? I'm going to challenge you all to that boot. Does it need to be a rubber boot?
Oh.
Pull to Brian.
Normally there'd be like a bunch of cuss words coming out of my mouth when wood falls, but this is the last piece of wood. It's huge.
that one's perfect to put in there.
But how many pieces is that?
I don't know. It's the last piece, so I win either way.
No, because I purposely said that knowing that you didn't have a lot of wood to work with. I was getting nervous with how many pieces of wood you were coming up with. So I was like,
Oh, nice. Actually, it looks pretty cool. It doesn't go with the rest of the scape, but it looks cool.
It just needs a house like the kids next door to go up top.
There.
Yeah, like a tree house.
Shelby, is that better?
Yes. Yes, it filled the void.
Oh! Hold the Brian.
That one's
It was
pretty cool.
wood though. It's like
That one
super light.
That one might be all right there.
Wax on, wax off. You'll get there one day.
Jamie said use a croc shoe and fill it with fill the holes with booze. That's a good idea.
Little boosy boo.
I'm gonna make sure it's in sport mode though.
Boosa Footlandra.
Just put a rock there.
Oh, put it in sport mode with a Bobitis and have boost in that shoe. See, that might get you a famous TikTok video.
Honestly,
I'm
they
just gonna
probably
start
would.
scaping the dumbest things now.
Just make it
Croc
7
number
seconds.
1. I'm gonna put a nice rock in it. Those things float really well, so that's gonna be a real big problem.
We should make water boats with crocs.
I'm done.
A croc boat.
Croaks.
I'm gonna make some Crocs that sink.
It was nice. It was nice.
Good job.
So, as far as basics, I mean, if you saw how we used the larger pieces first, we went through, then gradiated down to smaller pieces, and then worked with detail to bring what we could together. To be honest with you, I mean, this is kind of similar to the instance that a lot of people were thrown into at the Aquascape competition at Coachella, Dallas, with the very limited scape materials. And nobody had tools. Nobody was given tools. It was like, if you had it, you could use it, or you could borrow it from other people if you could. There were no power tools over there. It was continuously being brought over from other booths and stuff like that. So, I mean, this is very similar to what you would deal with in a live competition, not knowing what you're going to have, not knowing what you're going to work with. And that's kind of why I set it up like this, and kind of why I picked what I picked. We didn't have scape bags. If you didn't have that trick up your sleeve, you wouldn't have been able to bring it anyway. And to think of that last minute on the fly kind of changes up your whole style of scaping. Especially if you're still a beginner trying to enter a live competition, which it seemed like that's what was going on. There were like 2 other people that had long time aquascaped or whatever that I saw. So, I mean, to my point from previous episodes and to the point that I'm going to make right now, I mean, when you limit creativity, that's kind of what you get. Is what you have available to yourself. I mean, I could have busted out the super glue thermoplastics. It's all right over there. But that wasn't available for everybody, that wasn't there for other folks to use or anything like that. It wasn't mentioned that you could bring it. It wasn't, try to level the playing field by making everybody use pre-picked or the same hardscape. But at the same time, when you have the tricks, you take the candy, you know what I mean? So just work it best you can, especially with the limited resources that you do have. A lot of people, most hobbyists rely on what they find in like the big box stores like Petco, PetSmart, Pet Supermarket, stuff like that. Not everybody has like killer fish stores or orders everything off the internet and stuff like that. So you folks are more in touch with your creativity if you make something cool with that stuff than folks like Grant, Brian, Shelby, and myself, who have like unlimited access to whatever we want to get our hands on, as well as resources from people who've been scaping for 3, 4, 5 decades. So you folks who grab your stuff from wherever, hats off to you, because that's what the hobby's all about. Not people like myself or Brian or Grant who have unlimited access to make art. that gets into the more artistic side of things, as opposed to the hobby, which I think what most people are into is more you have what you have and you create something with it. So that's all. I just had to finally come around and make my point episodes later.
I like it.
But yeah, you know. So
Definitely.
what do you guys what do you want to do next episode? Let's plan, live plan.
So I know I mentioned that we probably shouldn't do guests, but I did ask Sean Peck if he wanted to come on.
Oh, he's cool. I like
do it.
Sean.
So I asked him a while ago. I need to figure out if he's still down for that. So if not that, then I don't know. I've got a challenge idea, and I don't know if I've given you guys enough time to go through and get something, but
That's yeah.
for $15 is your budget limit. You've got to go to the store and get something to scape, and you can use whatever hardscape materials and plants you have or whatever, but whatever you end up scaping itself could only cost you $15. So a bowl, whatever has you. I already have mine. Shelby probably already knows what it is.
Does
So
it have
you-
does
Huh?
it have to be does it have to be aquatic, or can I do like a terrarium display, or
You can do like
Yeah.
yeah, it could be basically any kind of scape. You know what I mean?
All right.
So it was just like fun little challenges that we could start doing, and then people can vote on them while we're off in the comments down below or whatever to get more people involved in the videos afterwards. I'll ask Sean if he's available. If he's not, then if you guys don't find anything, we'll come up with a plan C.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah, the
I like
challenge
the idea
thing,
that, go ahead.
sorry, man. The challenge thing for that would be better if we had time to let it grow in and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Or do you want to just do
So-
hard? Because I mean,
I think we could do a hardscape and then let it fill in, and then like go through the stages with everybody. It doesn't have to be like a finished and done contest. You know what
what
I
if
mean?
we all build them? What if we all build them live?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, all right, cool.
If
All
we
right.
all build it live, Shelby would have to set up the cell phone over there and you know what I mean, or something else like that. So that's what it would be. It would be all live, and then I know like to let it grow in and stuff like that. But if you guys needed some moss or something like that ahead of time, just let me know. I'd be more than willing to send it to you on a Saturday or on a Monday, so you get it by. Because like good thing about Florida is I could send it on a Monday. You guys get it by Tuesday or Wednesday at least.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that would work. Yeah, I also liked Grant's like going back and picking some of our like a couple of our early aquascapes because I think that'd be kind of fun because like you were talking about just a minute ago, Chance, like this is an art for us. Like we've gone through it, but I can't tell you, like I told you earlier, I was going through like some of my old tanks that I have in my shed. And like, I was actually kind of reminiscing on some of like the scapes that I did because like, don't be afraid to set up a tank and break it down like a month or two later if you're not happy with it. You know, like
or the
I
next
can't tell you
day.
how many scapes that how many times I was completely changing up the scapes and replanting stuff and things like that. And yeah, I mean, I can't. You got to keep practice, and you got to actually live practice growing plants, practice on seeing like what grows where and all that stuff. But like what we did tonight was just goofing around basically for us, you know, limiting material, limiting what we can actually use, and you know, even physically being able to see it or touch it. So
George Farmer had an awesome interview on the Aquascaping type. I had the pleasure of being in the room while it was being recorded. And he brought up an awesome point. Like, there's a difference between attachment and connection. To build off of your point of telling people not to be afraid of breaking something down in a week or 2 weeks or whatever. Yeah, don't get attached to your scapes. Don't get attached to what you do. Don't get attached to it for a money purpose. Don't get attached to it. I'm going to start a plant business. That's like not original anymore. Like, everybody and their mother's like doing that right now. It's don't try to make something out of it that's going to take you into an attachment form to where you like have to have that scape, have that plant cluster or whatever. Your best scapes will come out of a connection that you feel that you just run with and just keep building off of. But if you try to like force yourself into it because you have like competition or whatever, you want to win or you need to do this or whatever, like you roll with things, you come that connection and you make something awesome. Like, at least, that was to his point. It's just a big difference of the people who, even in life, who build off attachment or people who build off connection. It's synonymous.
Yeah, definitely.
So next week, do you want to just do the old Aquascape thing then? Or do you want to do the challenge thing? Because if you're going to do the challenge thing, just go ahead and mail the moss.
I was going to say mail it to me too, because I think that'd be kind of cool to have it be the same type of plant and see how we use it.
Let's leave that for
plants. No.
Well, you know what I mean.
I would also like to do the first Aquascape. I kind of forgot I'd mentioned that first, and I like that one a little bit more. But it also gives you guys time to shop around, because I'm letting you know, like, I found something and immediately got the idea, like, I'm going to use this Scape it, but then you're asking for Aquascape ideas and or live stream ideas. I'm like, that's what we should do. So I got something really nice. Find something really nice.
Why am I still the big screen?
I also gave you guys an extra $10. I only spent $5 on mine.
Oh.
So,
what's the size limit? Any size?
Yeah, no size. Should there be a size?
It can be any size.
No, but should we put a time limit on it too?
How long it takes for us to make it, or how long it takes for us to acquire it?
No. To build it.
Okay.
To scale.
Yeah, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
What's that?
30 to 45 minutes. 30 minutes. Fully planted though, right?
I'd say an hour. Our streams are 2 hours. We could
I think that'll work.
Warm up, do an hour, and then we can talk about each one of our scapes for 10 minutes or so, and then end off.
All right, that works.
But that's what I think we should do for next week is the first Aquascapes. Not your very first fish tank. Your very first Aquascape that you tried to do. So, I know Shelby's thinks it's the one that she cracked,
from each one.
No, I think picking a couple of them just to kind of show that.
Like do the ones where like your very first one, maybe one that really meant something to you, or like in between, and then like some of your best work. And like you can do multiple, but like. And we'll spend on each one of us like time, explaining like, well, what was my flaws with this? And like, what did I learn from this tank to the next tank to the next tank, and we're always going to still be learning, regardless, but,
And how about this? How about this too? Any of the viewers out there who are routinely on watching our streams, if you guys want to send us your first scapes, we'll pop them up on the screen and we'll talk about them too. Either before or after we do ours, we'll throw your guys's up there, or even in between, whatever. We'll just, if Grant starts talking too long, I'll just throw somebody's scape up on the screen. That'll be the cue. Oh no, he's in.
I got a couple of them.
I can't do that then. Never mind.
I'm also down to welcome on anybody to our challenge. So if you,
Oh yeah, that'd be
want-
good.
20 people.
I
up
think
there.
we can pull 10 people.
That'd be
So if
great.
Yeah.
if we had to, me and Shelby could share a camera
Like,
and work
shit.
side by side because the mic does work. We just back the camera up so the whole table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'd use
That's
the whole
probably the
table.
best thing for us. But you guys, I would move the camera closer for both of us so you could, you take turns showing ours off. But anybody, Crypt Keeper or Jamie,
Matt.
anybody out there that's, interested in
Yeah,
coming
you're
up.
still gonna do it.
What
Yeah.
you doing, Brian?
I'm wiping the bubbles or the glass.
I didn't know you had a tank there, and it looked like you were just like casting spells
Yeah.
or something.
That's what
I
I
gotta
thought.
bring
you-
that back to my kids' school.
Nano and Crip got my back.
But so
I
we
didn't
got
even know this
ideas
was
for my channels, huh?
Oh, the competition's the jar thing. That's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm falling asleep again.
What? What? Oh,
We're
how many
almost
days?
there. Almost there.
3 days until we find out how Shelby did on the boost scape contest.
Nice.
Don't get hopes up.
I'm not getting my hopes up.
I'm definitely not in a chat room with the judges. So
You just made me think that you're definitely in the chat group with the judges. All right, that's last.
Who's that? Which one is that?
Huh?
Which one are you talking about?
the abuse contest.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I let myself down and never entered any of the contests this year, but it's all right. Shelby did one.
We're gonna sweep you guys. We're gonna sweep Aquashella. Who cares?
I was about to say.
They're gonna be like the Florida Scape team. They're gonna have to give
First,
us
second,
creator.
third.
They're gonna have to give us creator seats.
I told them they got to get a podium. I told
So-
Chana, I was like, next time I expect a podium like you would in the Olympics, so you better make like the first place a little higher. Got to
I just
stand and
expect-
look at her.
I mean, I wouldn't expect much from Sean, but whatever.
It's just boxes. That's all.
Hey, I'll get you some glitter rock.
I could tell you I'll interview you for winning and then just not.
Or post it at all.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think that. Let's hope that video comes out. Usually, all the Aquashella videos don't come out till the next Aquashella. So.
No, he's talking about the one that they were going to do about the last.
They were supposed to interview us for winning Orlando and ask us a bunch of questions about all the other stuff, and that never happened.
Can you believe
Well,
that
that guy-
cameraman wasn't high? He had that
He was
half-baked,
ripped.
glazed over look the entire time.
He did. He looked like a brewer. You're right. He looked just. He was like, oh.
Yeah, he had no idea what was going on. He was flown there last minute. He wasn't supposed to be the one filming, by the way. That's probably what happened is that's why it's a big mix-up. He's not supposed to be the one filming. The one that was filming had to leave on a plane. Like he literally came in, and the one guy's like, I don't know what I'm doing, and like the other guy's like, I'm leaving on a plane right now. I can't help you.
Oh, Melanie. Yes.
Yeah.
Please. Melanie.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Melanie, the challenge
That would be
is
awesome.
you have $15. You have to go buy a vessel or some sort of container, whatever you want to scape, using whatever hardscape materials you want. It can be a terrarium, wabikusa, paludarium, however you want to do it, an aquarium, and build it live with us. Yeah. Build it live.
And just pay shipping, and I'll send you moss.
Yep. Everybody gets free moss.
You get a moss. You get a moss.
Everybody get a moss.
That's what I.
I'm
It's
Oprah
a
Moss
grant.
free. Get out of here.
Oprah Moss free.
Oh, look at that. I have proof and witness. I mean, he said it on our live stream too, so it's on. You can just go back and.
Hey, he just didn't say when. He's gonna show up at our doors in like a week. And he's gonna be like, "I told you it was coming. You should have been ready. Where's the haircut? Let's go."
Yes,
But,
Jen,
yes.
you as well, please. You heard it. You heard the rules.
Women
That'd be
power. We got to make this even with the women. Come on.
That would be amazing.
Your scapes are so beautiful, Melanie. I just feel like
It's not a moss
unfair.
only scape.
No.
It's whatever
It's not a
plants you
moss
want to
only.
use.
Yeah.
I'm just letting people have free moss so that everybody's at, I've got an abundance of moss, so it's kind of a little unfair at these contests.
Nano, you should do this too. Nano, you're doing this.
Yeah.
For sure, man. Do it.
But did he say which year, Jen? Because he's going to hit us next year and he's going to be like, I told you, because that's what's happened to us several times now. Ryan,
It's an hour and 44 minutes into the stream too, so he's never going to see it. So it's just like,
yeah. But Ryan Kinley goes and takes a tour video of our house and he's like, yeah, I'm trying to get it posted for you before Orlando Aquashella, da-da-da-da. Well, he gets it posted the next year right before Aquashella, and then he goes, oh, man, I told you I was going to post it right before Aquashella.
A whole year later.
all right. Melanie, no, it has to be built live. It needs to be built on camera with us. So like it can be stuff you already have. You don't have to go buy some. Actually, yeah, no, you do. It's $15. That's right. That's the rule. So you have to acquire a new vessel. So we'll need to see the receipt.
I mean,
Sorry.
you can have it. I mean,
Okay, are we gonna bend the rules just because?
Yeah, we won't be that strict with it.
yeah, no. If you have it
Just make it
already,
look
you
like
don't
you
need to
spent
go spend
$15.
I would
$15.
prefer it to be something from like Walmart, the dollar store, or some
Like
Hobby
something-
Lobby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that
It
idea
can't-
too because it
I
gets
guess if it was
people.
a garage sale, fine, it'd be all right. But like, I feel like that should be a different challenge one day.
I agree. I like that because this gets people to go out and like look for themselves to find something to scape, as instead of like, I mean,
You said
I
no
guess
garage sale fine?
Mine came the thing that I already, and it's kind of like I'm cheating because I already know what I'm gonna scape. But like mine came from Five Below, so that's why mine is $5. But Jen said Grant stop. Is that because I said I'm moss free? I hope it wasn't something else I did, but
No,
so
defending Sean maybe.
let's.
about I gotcha. All right.
You can use whatever you have. Yes, Melanie.
Yeah.
And you saved me $15 too.
Right.
'Cause I'll
But it's just something that generally would cost you. Like I know my vase that I have is definitely not worth more than $15 wherever you go.
The hardscape materials, there's no. All right, I got you. There's no limit on what you can use for that. It's all good.
Yeah, you can
But
use
like
whatever you have.
So $10 though needs to include the light, the pump, the tank, whatever filtration or anything that you're going to use like that. So that all has to be under $15.
The light too.
Most lights are not under $15.
I mean,
You're gonna
Bro,
get,
where are you getting your light?
I'm gonna
get a little light from Five Below.
Say.
My thing was $5, so I got like time. I got money to spend on
I
a
don't
light.
think you need a light.
A keychain
You don't have to have a
flashlight?
light if it doesn't. You know what I mean?
These can go in the window though.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
my light.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
mean,
Free. Natural.
I used wasted $10.
I'm cheap as can be, unless it comes to like some rocks,
Jim's stones.
all right. Mine has a light for $5 too, so I'm good.
But the filter,
Yeah, mine's got everything included.
You can
$5.
use
oh,
the
that's
vessel
not-
itself. The vessel itself has
it
to
doesn't
be under
actually
15.
filter it.
If you have, it doesn't have to be filtered. It doesn't have to be
Listen, I
It
need
doesn't need to be
whatever
filtered.
you want.
You're crazy.
It doesn't have.
A plant is filtration.
It can be a bowl. It doesn't have to have a filter. I'm just saying you can't go with a $5 bowl and then go with a $200 CJ micro pump and just be like, haha, look at my waterfall.
Well, what
That's a
good is the
fountain.
pump
I mean,
gonna do? It's just gonna blast.
I won
No,
the
that's
last
what I'm saying.
episode.
You could have like a little tiny glass ball holding
that's
like
based
this
on my
mountain feature that's just growing out of it. You know what I mean? The hardscape's the limit. You can really do whatever you want with that. You could literally like put something in a bunch of hardscape and just
I'm gonna silicone 2 bowls together and put a CJ pump in it, so it's just a little torrent of water.
So besides
Some glitter too.
hardscaping plants, you can
Some
only spend
guppies.
$15 on what we're scaping. So it's supposed to be cheap.
The more you talk, the more confusing it gets. So stop.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was gonna
totally.
say,
I don't even know what the rules are anymore. What just
Grant sitting.
It doesn't have to have a filter.
Yes,
I'm
boss.
just saying, I don't want somebody to buy a $5 to $10, $15 tank and then put a $20 filter on it. Then you went over budget.
All right, so I'm gonna clarify the rules real quick. All right,
Just not put
and
a
you can
filter on.
you can interject me if I'm wrong, if I mistake the rules.
Should I just
Right.
judge? Should I stay out of it?
Maybe.
Go ahead.
So you have $15 to purchase whatever it takes to make your idea function. So like a vessel.
$15 doesn't include like super glue or materials like that. You get what I mean?
Right, function, like
Okay.
a vessel, a light, a pump, whatever. But unlimited dollars for hardscape plants, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Right?
Yeah, and Kurt
Or what
said,
kind of filter?
is there a reward for the cheapest setup? And I will go, yes. If somebody has that, I will reward them with like a bag of Aquachar or something.
Good thing I work next to the
Thanks,
Dollar
Brian.
Tree. I say $1.50 tree.
You get
But-
bonus points for recycled materials too. Yep. Sorry,
I'm putting
Grant.
newspaper in mine then.
I'm totally about that life.
I'm gonna go to Five Below now.
It's a great place. I buy a lot of crap there that we don't use after a month.
Oh yeah.
Stupid toys for the kids.
Yeah. I looked at her. I was like, we don't. Oh, yeah, the kids.
Yeah, it's just toys. We're like, yeah, this thing looks cool. It's like a. Well, we bought it for the frisbee. It's like a frisbee you throw into a trash can. What's it called? There's a game called that. You throw a little frisbee into a trash can that's got a slot like this. It's cool.
So anybody can enter.
Jinx.
I think we can only have 10 people. So we can do 11, and Shelby will have to just share a screen with me. So like the first 8 people to let us know, either Chance or
7.
myself. No, 8.
10.
Let's make it let one person know, because let's say like everybody messages. What if 10 different people message you and me at the same time?
No, it's not going to be like that. We'll have to go to time.
It's not my problem.
Just as they come in, we'll let them know, and we have the group chat, man.
I know, I'm just messing with you, dude.
Okay. And there's no size requirement. Size does not matter, Melanie.
So there's no size requirement. Anybody can enter. Next Wednesday we're doing the old Aquascape, so it's going to be the Wednesday after that.
Wednesday after.
The 2 Wednesdays. And then we'll do a follow-up.
Well, it was kind of an idea for my channel, though. I wanted it for mine. That'll line up for yours.
What we're doing.
Whatever then. Whatever you want to do, man. That's fine.
Well, let's fill up the seats first, and then we'll schedule it.
Okay.
Because
That works.
I don't think you can have 4 people. You would have to buy the larger or the premium StreamYard to host 10 people. So that's why I was kind of going to do it on ours, because we're going to run that.
Okay, whatever. Yeah.
I got to figure it out now, because it can't
No
be
worries.
9 seconds.
So I don't know when we'll do it. We'll figure that out. All right. Wi-Fi set now. All right. I'm tired.
It's a 7.
All right.
Why do you keep doing that?
No, it wouldn't be the
Is anybody
7th.
there?
7th would be his.
Dang.
So it'd be the 14th.
Where's,
That's when it would be. The 9/14.
No,
Why wouldn't you enter, Jamie? You don't have to show
9/14.
your face. You can just show your.
That's when it's happened. It's 9.
You just show your tank. Oh yeah, Melanie said we'll just have to have a 2-part if there's too many people in it.
That would work.
So 9/14 gives us time, and then if there's too many people, then the following week we'll do it on yours on 9/21.
Sounds good.
Is 9/14 3 weeks away? Yeah, that would work. You don't got
All
any
right.
ideas on? All right.
What? Any ideas on what?
On for the contest or anything like that? We should probably figure out like judges.
The
We can
people
figure
are
it
the
out.
difference.
Yeah, I guess. But if all the people are entered, we won't have much judges. I guess there'll always be people in chat.
Yeah, there'll always be somebody that's not entered. Or I can try to find somebody to jump in and judge. I'll get somebody to judge. Or we can just let people judge. I just say
The
we let
tanks
people
won't be run long term.
I don't judge people, so
It'll be like I said, we can do like the first 15 minutes will be an introduction to the contest, and then it'll be an hour-long contest, and then we can run through the tanks. And then maybe all the pictures will be taken that night, and then we could do the judging the following week on Chance's channel, and all the winners will be announced there. And we do all the giveaways on Chance's channel for the winners.
Brian's entering.
Yeah. Brian, you need to get something very fragile.
Brian will be building his scape in fiberglass.
Eddie's got these windows at his house, and he tapped one of them one time, and it shattered. So he's always worried. Like anytime somebody goes to like tap on the glass, he's like, don't do that. Like once upon a time, we shattered a window. So he's like real touchy on his windows. So you need something like that, Brian.
I'll work on it.
Benjamin, we'll do a blindfolded scape at another time. That's actually a cool idea. We'll revisit that. We'll
Have
all
you
do a
That
seen
would be
those?
fun,
There's
actually.
a lot of people who do them. Like that's like a actual thing. There's several YouTube like across like in different parts of the world. They blindfold. There's
fun.
one that got so crazy. They were taking tequila shots while they're aquascaping, blindfolded, and then like put the bottles in the tank.
That sounds like my type of skate party.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. Let's set that up for your channel. What size tank do you want to do?
No, I'm not ready for tequila shots and blindfolded.
Not
Scaping.
I'm just saying a blindfolded one.
I can't drink alcohol anymore.
Just
so.
blind. We don't drink.
I don't know, man.
Someone
We'll
would have to
figure
give me
that
a heating pad if I drink shots. My tummy will start hurting.
I'm more excited for the blind one.
I gotta see what tanks I have. I don't even know what size I have available to do. So
It'd be nice if we all had the Daenerys Scapers tanks. We've got enough of those.
you should ask them if they want to
Get a
sponsor.
Oh,
Yeah.
They might, but I feel like they should do that like live. Like that would be fun. Like at
Actually,
their booth.
I could ask JBJ.
That'd be pretty cool.
yeah. I was gonna say I'm not the one to ask for that one there, Chance.
I think it
That'd
would
be
get
a you question.
like interest into it. It'd be funny.
I could probably
I'd want
ask
to do
somebody
it.
else. UNS would probably be down for that if we did it for like our 100th episode or something like that. Something a little bit bigger.
Yeah. We'll have to figure out something. Anyway,
We have-
it is past my bedtime, guys. It's getting late.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You don't want to go for another 50 seconds, round it off a perfect 2 hours?
No, man, that's horrible.
There's
Why would
nobody's birthday tomorrow.
I don't want to wait for that.
It's Brandon's birthday tomorrow.
It is.
Yeah,
Whose
Brandon.
birthday? Happy birthday, Brandon.
Happy birthday, man.
birthday.
There's two of them in the chat, so I just figured I'd say Brandon.
Happy birthday, one Brandon.
That one, Brandon.
Yeah, it's your birthday. We're going to award you for your birthday prize. You're Brandon number 1.
Ah, there you go.
Brandon number 1.
Anyways, happy
Maybe that's
birthday,
the Brandon that we
were.
were just at in Kentucky because the following month was his birthday. So
Probably.
I believe it's Brandon, man. Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday again. Good night, everybody. Thank
Good night.
you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share these videos on both Gardner Beater and my channel. And buy Aquachar from Brian if you want a crystal clear aquarium, because it'll do that. Have a good night, guys. Goodbye.
Later, guys.